Just about halfway through the season now. Still a lot of ball to be played as we're off in Week 8. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32.
Ready.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ready?
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Down. Hut.
On the ground, first run for Ray Davis. And he drives this forward until they bring him down at the 38-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5. They still need 4 on 3rd down.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Set, hut.
From the gun on 3rd down. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incomplete. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. They're going for this. That's cut beyond the marker. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. It's a 13-yard pickup, and no worry at all on their side from being able to reach that marker on 4th down. That was impressive. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
Watch out now. 50 Fury. Smash. Red. Set.
Here's Ritter. Hits him on the in route. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That one goes for 31 yards and a 1st down when all is said and done.
Ready.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Clock 10. Ready.
Working inside the red zone. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You know what I call that, Kate? Punch, and you took a punch, but then you countered right back. You give up a big play, massive play, but you don't hang your head. You come right back, you get a sack of your own, and you change the momentum as quickly as you can.
Davis gets it from the gun, and he's brought down for a loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down.
Set. Ready. Set. Go.
Throwing here, Ritter. And that's incomplete. He's going to wish he hung on to that pick there, but it's still going to bring up 4th down. The Bills will turn to their kicker, Tyler Bass, for the field goal try. It is a 44-yard look from the right hash. Amendola able to put it through. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Bass now to kick this away. This return starts at the 5. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Here we go. Saturday Lion.
Now here's Keaton Mitchell with the run. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. The dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Back at 60. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Mustang 19.
Here's 2nd and 14. As a man, Justin Jefferson. Down to the 10. He makes it in for the touchdown. The Raiders pull ahead 6-3 in the first. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
That one right down the middle. And the Raiders one up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Ready. Hunt.
Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Completed to his running back. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
52 Glasgow. Ready.
Off the play fake, he's going to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Dalton Kincaid, the intended target there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go. Hunt.
Davis takes it straight ahead. And he doesn't get much. A small pickup down to the 42. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
Shot. 17. Let's go now. Set.
Back to throw now. It's Ritter. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They'll come up 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Ready, go.
This set of downs starts with an option right. He's inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills hold a slim 2-point lead early. Tyler Bass on now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bills push their lead to 3. Bass now to kick this away. Starting from the 5. He's stopped on the return at the 27. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Pass play coming here. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. And it's going to be second down.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. A give to Mitchell, running left. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly when he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Again, this is Mitchell. Has the first, but wants more. He's past the 45. 20, 15. Launches, and he's got it. Touchdown. The Raiders take a field goal lead in our opening quarter. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
That one splits the uprights. And the Raiders take a 4-point lead. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Let's go. Hut, hut.
Running out of the gun with Davis. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Ready?
Second down now, 7 to go.
Here we go. Here we go.
Going right back to Davis. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down. Offense in the hurry up here. Shotgun now on 3rd down. He throws a bullet deep to the right. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Going power with a big tight end. And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. Back-to-back stands at the goal line, and now it's 3rd and goal.
I know they had bigger visions when they called that play. This is one of those spots, Kate, where when a defense is dialed in, especially in the red zone, it's very tough to surprise them with anything.
Ready, ready.
A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Well, these top-tier offenses have brought the firepower so far. Plenty of points in that 1st quarter. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to Highmark Stadium in just a moment. We're back for the 2nd quarter. Bills in possession of the football. We'll see if they go for it here. 4th down near the end zone. Flushed out of the pocket. And he scores! It's a Buffalo touchdown! The Bills take a second quarter lead. Dalton Kincaid with the touchdown. Man, Brock, that defense held up 3 straight plays. They just couldn't come up with the one final stop they needed to get off the field.
And how about this offense? Courage of the offense to run it back for one more snap and make the adjustments on 4th and goal to finally punch it in. Quite the mini little chess match we just saw play out over those last 4 plays.
Bass now to kick this away. Trey Tucker to return it. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. It got first down from the 31. Mitchell up the middle. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Working quickly here. They go play action here. That's Jefferson. He's got it. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stopped.
Well, we saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them. And the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
And the Bills bringing out an extra defensive back. 3rd down coming up. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
They kick the running back in motion. Here's the snap on 4th. He's got it to his running back. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Offense up to the line fast. Here's Garindo again. And he's able to get this down to the 36. That's a pickup of 9. And that's good for a Raiders first.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
First down, ball at the 36. Mitchell takes it straight ahead. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Dre Greenlaw getting there for the stop.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
2nd and 6 now. Hits his running back. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck.
Number 33.
12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Mitchell gets it from the gun. And he'll have a short pickup down to the 17. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Second down now, 7 to go. From the 17. Catch made by Mitchell. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Running out of the gun with Mitchell. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Just a couple of yards on the play. It's going to bring up 4th down. It's the 2-minute warning now from Highmark. The Raiders are on the move here. Less than a yard needed here on 4th. Throwing now, needing a first. He finds him beyond the marker. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. It's an 8-yard gain. What a great call on 4th down. It keeps this drive moving.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out well, they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Mitchell. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try and punch it in. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Raiders get some late points and the lead. On is Moody for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Raiders take a 4-point lead. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Ready. Set, go.
Ritter looking to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Here we go.
Ritter setting up to throw. He finds Kincaid. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
37.
From the gun on third down. He's got it over the middle. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Bills first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Still sticking with the passing game. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Buffalo calls it second time out of the half. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Ready.
Back to the line they go. It's second down.
Come on, set. Strikers. 3-3. Red, yellow. Ready.
Another try following the sack. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Dalton Kincaid, the intended target. So now it's going to be third and long.
Let's go.
The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
Here we go. Here we go.
Throwing here, Ritter. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
You know, ball skills, they're not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge gain.
Punter takes the field on fourth down, and he sends this one flying. We'll see how they choose to use these final 22 seconds, Brock, of our first half.
Tight. 19 tight. 19 tight. Rig alert. Rig alert. Buffalo 18. 18. Pioneer. Get up.
Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. He'll get this to Jefferson. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Hurt. Hurt. Trap 60. Trap 60. Riggs. Riggs.
Throwing now on first down. Brought in left side by Jefferson. And he takes it past midfield and starts the drive into Bills territory.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 46. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. Tucker now on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll come out throwing. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Looking for his wide receiver there. So second down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. He's going to throw this one. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Christian Benford has it. And he takes this one back for the pick six. We all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock, but how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with the receivers, right? Getting vertical right away after making a catch. Same thing for these defenders when they make the pick. They secure the football, sure, but instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Tucker now on the return. And look at this return. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. A pickup there of 33 yards. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he could transform a short completion into a big play.
To throw here on 1st down. Has it down close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were. And the QB just nailed it.
Garindo has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
Well, you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical 3rd down call.
They're headed up the middle, and he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. 3 straight runs, stop short of the end zone, and now what do they do on 4th and goal?
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense that just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
Oh, quick throw here, left side. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. And he will not get there. They stop him on 4th and goal. What a stand to force that turnover on downs.
Trouble, 38. Hut.
Back in his own end zone, looking to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
You just got to love that angle, right? It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off a first down.
On the handoff, here's Davis. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
52. Ready?
2nd and 13. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Hut.
Here he is on 3rd and long. On the move, headed right. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he'll be touchdown after a big play.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Ready. Set, hut.
They'll run here on 1st down. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Najarius Sneed there for the stop. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Set. 43 rail. Hut.
Back now, pressure on its way. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those.
Oh, and they're going to fake this one. Wait for it on the fake, but he couldn't connect with his man. Incomplete. And the fake punt is not going to keep things going, Brock. He winds up short. They're going to turn this football over on downs. 1st down, ball at the 36. Mitchell on the carry. And he'll be stopped after getting this down to the 31. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, Garindo. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. And that's Gregory Russo who cleaned up that play. They manage a single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
3rd down from the gun. Completed to his running back. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Raiders 1st.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Mitchell. And he'll make his way down to the 16-yard line. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Go. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Here's Mitchell again. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. But those are the hurry-up offense here. They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. And this one is dropped and incomplete. He had the pick in his hands, couldn't hang on. It's going to be 4th down.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Here's Jake Moody for the field goal. It's a 34-yarder from that right hash. Moody knocks it through. And that will tie things up in the 3rd.
You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here, but they don't wind up empty-handed on the drive. And the kicker, he gets to pad his stats a little bit with a high percentage make.
And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. 1st and 10 from the 41.
Set, ready. Ready.
Handoff here to Davis. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4. We're still tied through 3 here. Neither defense has given an inch in this one. It's been a high-scoring game so far, but we're still tied 24-all to begin the final frame. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
Ready. Ready, ready.
They'll go again with Davis. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud cornerback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
Raiders loading up the secondary on 3rd down. Count them, 6 DBs on the field.
Set, go.
Ritter to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Let's go now. Clock, 10.
Here's Ritter. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions, you get more depth. But a 20-step drop?
Right.
That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
They're running the option, short side. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Gets it to him on the screen. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Here we go. 10 cycles. Hut.
Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Vacates quickly left side. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's out of bounds, just short of the 30. They went for it and got the 4 yards they needed, and that keeps this drive alive.
Down. Set.
Davis gets it from the gun. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
Jump off caught by his back. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
52 blaster. Hut.
3rd and long for him here. Short pass brought in. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Bills first down.
Ready. Set. Hut.
He finds Kincaid. And he takes it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills take a 4th quarter lead. Dalton Kincaid with a touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one right down the middle. And the Bills break that tie and now lead by 7. Bass now to kick this away. Kickoff taken at the 3. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Brock, he's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line.
Trailing by 1 score late here, Kate. Maybe this is the return. Maybe this is what helps them get right back into it. Good field position now to start their most important series yet of this game.
Handoff here to Mitchell. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Offense in the hurry up here.
19 seconds.
Again, this is Mitchell. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you want to take your shots. And some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Working quickly here. First down, and they go right back to him. And he works this to the 38 before going down. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Handoff headed right. It's Garindo. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. Mitchell up the middle. And they bring him down at the 25-yard line after surrendering some good yardage. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Buffalo. Raiders down by 7. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Hits him on the out route. And he's in. Touchdown! The Raiders cut it to a point late in this one. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for 2 and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this 2-point conversion, or is he going to lean into his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Set.
Back to throw. Put the body on the line for his team. They gain 14 on the play. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
That's incomplete left side.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
Here he is to throw. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Here we go. Ready?
Looking to throw it. That's going to fall incomplete. Either way, he was breaking it up. Couldn't hang on to the pick, so hits the ground, brings up 4th down.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw almost ended an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
Finds his man over the middle. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Left the offense out there on 4th down, Brock, and look at the result. A big gain. They got 15 and the 1st.
Come on, set.
Setting up to pass. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
Let's go. Ready.
He'll look to throw it. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Set, go.
To throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that brings up 4th and long. Big moment for Tyler Bass here. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. Doesn't look like it has the leg, and it falls well short of the posts. And now we'll see if the other sideline can do anything to end it in regulation.
Maybe I'm projected here, Kate, but those seem to be the toughest misses. Whether you're in the stadium, watching it online, you're watching it on TV, you're seeing the kick is online, you're watching at field level as a player and everything looks good. But unfortunately, it just falls short.
They'll throw on 1st. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
19 tight. 19 tight. Check smash. Check smash.
Running back sent in motion.
Buffalo 18. 18, Pioneer.
2nd and 6 now. Finds him over the middle. He's still going at the 30. And he's out just a second shy of reaching the red zone. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's a Vegas first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
A give to Mitchell, running left. And they corral him after a minimal gain to the 21. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Mitchell takes it straight ahead. And in a rarity today, he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. Timeout taken by the defense. They're second. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Mitchell. And he'll go down here at the 16. Call it 5 yards there. It's going to be 4th and 4. Now the Bills use their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Jake Moody now in a high-pressure spot. He connected once and a good chance here. This is inside of 35. That one is good. And they're going to take the lead inside the final minute.
I know that was a kick he could make in his sleep, but with the game on the line, he delivered.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
Okay, ready?
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Down.
Throwing here, Ritter. He's on the move. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left. Woo, very fortunate that didn't go as a turnover. And now it's 2nd down.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
2nd and 10 now. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
On the double. Yellow. Here we go.
One final shot here. Trying to push it deep downfield. It's intercepted. That will do it. And the Raiders make one final massive play, and that finishes the win.